JB, I believe this is the sixth game in 9 nights for this team. With a 5-day break coming up, is that something you're mindful of at all? Just sort of with the wear and tear back and forth, or is that something you're concerned about?
Yeah, I mean, you're obviously aware of it, but you don't focus on it and you don't bring attention to it, right? You bring attention to the process and preparing yourself, for a game like we always do. We are obviously, the guys are aware of how much time we have off following this game, but our mindset is to go out and try to win. Especially we didn't like the way that we played the last time we played them, so we want to be better tonight.
And then with Sasser being probable tonight, what does he bring, especially as a shooter, to this team? How could he help you guys there?
He brings, the ability to score the ball. Teams have to find another point of attack. Obviously he has the ability to catch and shoot, but defensively, all the things that he can do as well. He can pick guys up full court. He can guard bigger guys. He can be a pest on that end of the floor for us also.
JB, what growth have you seen in Kevin Porter Jr.?
A lot. Obviously I was with him in Cleveland, as a rookie, and he and I spent a ton of time together. So you recognize the personal growth, but you recognize the growth in his game as well. How solid it is, how balanced it is, how consistent it is. You would always see flashes of the talent, but the rhythm, the timing, the win, and the time and place he was still working at. And now you see his game, and he knows when it's time to attack, when it's time to make his move. He understands the spacing on the floor, and how he can get to his spots and create the shots that he's looking for or make the plays for his teammates.
Hey, Coach, when you take a look at the growth Isaiah Stewart has made on the defensive end on the floor these last 2 seasons, what is it about your system, your scheme, that get the best out of big men on that side of the court?
We put a lot of responsibility on them. They are the anchor of our defense. They're the ones that have to protect everybody. They have to communicate to everybody, and their job is to protect the rim and protect the paint. If you put guys who have the talent that these big guys have in those positions, it gives them opportunities to be playmakers, and it gives them the opportunity to dictate how games go.
JB, when you look at Wednesday's game, was there one stat or one area of the game that you really would like to see changed for you guys tonight?
Turnovers killed us, and then the amount of threes we gave up in the second half, did us in as well. So we take care of the basketball better, give ourselves a chance to settle our half-court defense, and then eliminate the catch and shoot. If they're going to play, off the bounce, dribble, step-back threes, we can test them and we live. But we allowed them to generate too many just catch and shoot threes in that second half.
Going along the same lines with Isaiah Stewart, I shared with him what you said last night about him being the best defensive center in this league, and he lit up. He said, I know, Coach, he appreciates just how much effort I put into it, and I have such a passion for it. Have you coached someone with that level of just effort and appreciation for that side of the ball, the way that he brings it each and every night?
Yeah, he's unique in that. Because there's so many different things. Like I've coached guys who are good shot blockers, or I've coached guys who could switch. I've coached guys who are good in pick and roll, like different things. Or I've coached guys that have a tenacity. He's the guy that has all those things combined, and that's what makes him so special. He can guard other teams' point guards, and we're comfortable in that situation. He can guard in the post. He is the best paint protector, in the league. He challenges shots. Like that's the thing about Isaiah too, is sometimes people get dunked on and they'll stop. Right? That doesn't bother him. He keeps going, and he gets more people than that get him. So there's a fearlessness to him too, but that dogged effort and want to makes him special, combined with his talents that he can do all those different things.
I was actually going to ask about his willingness to contest dunks and kind of live with the results, but also getting a lot on his side as well. Is that something you ever have to coach with guys, especially when they move up a level and you have a lot more guys in the NBA who have that type of leaping ability? Is that just something that's innate, or do you have to coach some guys on that?
Being fearless isn't something that you can coach. Right, having the courage to be on the wrong end of Sports Center or social media, that can't be coached. And he just has that naturally. That's where his heart is. And not everybody has that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who get dunked on one time and then they go for the late swipe, or they turn their back and act like they didn't see it was their job to be there. But Stu, because he knows it's what's best for our team, he goes out and tries to do it every single time.
facing a team like Milwaukee, division rival. We know things kind of get chippy between these teams. We saw Stu get tossed last time. Has there been a little more extra attention to make sure that doesn't happen again, or a little more preparation for that kind of stuff? Or
No, we take it all.
okay, respect.